8 minutes we got left before we chat. Grab your coffee, find your seat. Cowbells are ringing, that's our cue. Gonna share our thoughts with you. Laugh and gossip, spit in tea. Little secrets between you and me. Countdown ticking, let's get real. Heart to heart, it's how we feel. Girl talks in 8 minutes time. Ring that bell, let's feel the rhyme. Share our dreams and tell our fears. Girl talks, wiping all those tears. Snap a pic of what we wear. Brush our hair, let down our care. Conversations never lie in this moment with you and I. Clock is ticking, here we go. Words like rivers start to flow. Tune your ears and hear the beat. Girl talks makes our time so sweet. Girl talks in 8 minutes time. Ring that bell, let's feel the rhyme. Share our dreams and tell our fears. Girl talks, wiping all our tears. Clock is ticking, here we go. Words like rivers start to flow. Tune your ears and hear the beat. Girl talks makes our time so sweet. Girl talks in 8 minutes time. Ring that bell, let's feel the rhyme. Share our dreams and tell our fears. Girl talks, wiping all our tears.
Morning, y'all. It's 5 minutes and 30 seconds before Girl Talk starts, so you have just enough time to grab yourself a cup of coffee and get in a comfy seat. We'll see you soon.
Catch Girl Talks every day. Follow socials, here's the way.
GURLTAUX, every platform come to play. Catch our vibe, don't delay.
Facebook, YouTube streams. Scrolling through your daily memes. Girl Talk Show, don't miss out. Join the fun, see what Girl Talks is all about. Keeping it real, it's what we do. So tune in now and join our crew. Lights moving through the screen. Click subscribe, don't be mean. Upbeat chatter, it's our routine. Girl Talk Show, don't miss out. Join the fun, see what Girl Talks is all about. GURLTAUX is who we are. Come hang with us on your tablet, phone, or screen. Anywhere Girl Talks can be seen. Girl Talk Show, don't miss out. Join the fun, see what Girl Talks is all about. Update stories, laugh and cry. It's Girl Talk, so don't question why. It's the show that you'll adore. Come back daily to get some more. Girl Talk Show, don't miss out. Join the fun, see what Girl Talks is all about. GURLTAUX is who we are. Come hang with us on your tablet, phone, or screen. Anywhere Girl Talks can be seen. Girl Talk Show, don't miss out. Join the fun, see what Girl Talks is all about. GURLTAUX, log in now, watch our show. Likes and comments, let them flow. Every day we're on our way. is all about.
Walking down this road tonight, talking about the things we fight. Addiction knocking at my door. E&T wants so much more. We walk the walk and talk the talk, right here on Girl Talk, on the path where we belong. Standing strong through the storm, together we'll move along. Searching for a brighter day, holding tight along the way. Sobriety's a steep climb, D&T winning every time. Oh yeah, we walk the walk and talk the talk, right here on Girl Talk, on the path where we belong. Standing strong through the storm, D&T bringing all of you along. Oh yeah, we walk the walk and talk the talk, right here on Girl Talk, on the path where we belong. Standing strong through the storm, D&T bringing all of you along. Whoa, yeah. We walk the walk and talk the talk, right here on Girl Talk, on the path where we belong. Standing strong through the storm, D&T bringing all of you along. Whoa, yeah. We walk the walk and talk the talk, right here on Girl Talk, on the path where we belong. Standing strong through the storm, D&T bringing all of you along.
Okay, so we're going to start all over again.
Well, it's on Facebook.
Thank you, Isabel.
Is there audio on Facebook though?
Probably nothing.
Okay.
Because it's supposed to unmute me.
Oh, I hit the mute on the on the computer.
Yep, don't do that.
Okay.
That's why.
Sorry.
Because when it goes to just a learning moment, when it goes to the
Okay.
Who's still loud?
Me. I'm sorry. I'm slow this morning.
it's okay. I was like
Go love
something's
your
on.
mama. Go love
Any-
your mama.
Anyway, when it goes to the intro, it automatically mutes us,
Oh.
and it only plays that out. So if we mute it, we have to remember to unmute it.
Yeah.
And it's easy to forget to do that because I don't ever do it. So I'm like not looking for it because it automatically takes off the mute and turns our mics on. It does have some kind of automation to it. So
Tell her.
what?
I said, see if she ever shows initiative and tries again.
Yeah. Well, she is the co-producer. She's supposed to.
Yeah.
I am.
But you-
I know.
Great.
But you probably didn't realize.
Gotta move your mic closer.
Yeah, you have to eat the mic pretty much.
Okay.
You don't have to, but I mean, like if we
It's
want
better if
anyone to
you
hear
do.
you, and if you have anything to say,
You got 3
Just
toys
say
and
it.
you picked the squishy.
you do
one.
not.
yeah, don't
you
wait
do not
your
have
turn.
to. You do not
You'll
have to
never
wait
get a
your
turn.
turn. You'll never get one.
Yeah.
And you don't have to. Just butt in and just say whatever you want to say. And if
Wait for somebody to take a breath and jump right.
even if they're still
kidding.
in sentence, we don't even wait
yeah,
for the
we-
breath
yeah.
sometimes.
Oh yeah, we don't. I'm like, hey, no, shush. My turn. My turn. My turn.
Hold on, I got something to say.
Or you could do like me.
Yeah, Amanda raises her hand a lot.
She does. Sometimes she
Were you a
raises her.
teacher or
I
in
did-
education? Were you a teacher?
No. Sort of.
Why?
You got 3 toys here.
Why?
I was a sub teacher for a
See?
long time.
High five. It's
My turn. Wait, it's my turn.
I got these new paddles so that we could write notes to each other.
Are we started over then?
Yeah, we started
Okay.
over.
Sorry.
Well, we didn't start over. We just turned the
We need
mics
to.
on.
We need to specifically tell her. Greta's on the struggle bus. Today.
That's okay. She
I
is.
am,
She's. Well, we're trying to keep your mood off of.
I'll
Worrying
tell-
about your friend.
I found out this morning that I jinxed myself in 2024 that I said I had not lost a loved one, and probably within the next 72 hours, one of my lifelong friends will be passing away. So the decision's been made today. It's been kind of a struggle. I haven't got the best information throughout the last week and a half of her being in the hospital. It's kind of been back and forth, but a little hard morning for me. So
Now, is it okay if I say a little bit? Not a lot, but a little bit. Just maybe a PSA for those out there. If you have an abscess on your tooth, you don't ignore it. And
Get it?
when
It can get
dentists
her. It's not a small thing.
When dentists do tell you that can be life threatening,
Here's your lesson.
here's your lesson. It really truly can be.
Sepsis set in, and they have taken most of her jaw, her neck, part through her neck, and supposedly you can see her shoulder.
Well,
And
and
she is now on a tracheotomy and a feeding tube.
and sepsis is no joke.
Is no joke.
It is no joke. I've had sepsis, and luckily I survived from it. But
What do you have now?
I was in the hospital for quite some time, and mine was from something else. So, the dentist will tell you the biggest issue with it when it comes to your teeth is because it's so close to your brain. It's so close to your, if it moves its way up. Plus, you need your jaw, you need your neck, you need, and your brain is so close to that, and your spinal cord, and so it can be extremely, extremely dangerous if you don't take care of those things
yeah.
when they happen.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people out there, and this can change our little topic for a moment. I'll squirrel back in a second, but it also adds to our healthcare problem in this country.
It does.
It really does, because I am not the conservative side that doesn't believe that everybody deserves healthcare. I do believe everybody deserves healthcare, and I'm hoping to God with RFK on the job that he can take control over pharmaceutical companies driving the narrative, because we don't all need to be on drugs, but we all need to be healthy.
Yes.
We don't all need to be eating food that makes you sick.
No.
And we don't need to get Band-Aids for problems. We need
No joke.
We need to find out what the core problem is and fix the solution. And that includes, no offense to anybody out there who's a dentist, but it also includes dental, because dental is one of the most expensive things on the planet.
insane.
For no reason. My teeth
Hers
cost
wasn't that she couldn't afford it. Hers was she chose to not go.
correct. And but some people choose not to go because they're scared.
Right.
Some people choose not to go.
hard to pay
You just went for the
I
first
just
time.
went for the first time in probably 5 years, which I know is embarrassing, but it turns out now I have one of my fillings has a crack in it, and it takes up most of the tooth, so they're gonna have to put a crown on it.
Mm-hmm.
And now I need 2 crowns because the one next to it isn't doing so well either, and that
But
one
the-
has a filling in it, and that's gonna be over $900.
Get
Now,
a second
and guess
opinion
what
on
those-
get a second opinion on that. They told me that years ago. I got a second opinion from another dentist, and they told me I was fine.
I saw the crack though.
Okay, they showed me mine, but I did get
Okay,
A
I can
second
do that.
opinion.
Yeah, I'm down for that.
But-
I don't want a crown. I already have 2 of them.
but
here.
at the same
Those
time,
suck.
can you afford it?
It's hard.
Yes.
Not happily, but can you afford it?
Yeah, not. I don't. Yeah, I'm pushing
And-
it off because of Christmas.
And
but
do you have some insurance? Okay.
doesn't cover crowns or half or part
Right.
or any of it.
Oh, it
though.
doesn't cover any. And that's part of the problem with dental insurance is so often they cover cleanings.
yeah.
They don't
And
cover
some
shit.
x-rays.
And some
X-rays.
x-rays.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
like once a year X-rays.
Your once a year
yeah.
x-ray
And
and
that's
your
it.
cleaning.
Yeah.
They don't
Two
really
cleanings a year
cover.
and X-rays.
Now,
it.
my insurance does cover like up to $4,000 or something a year. My teeth were
I was gonna say
$50,000.
your teeth were not $4,000.
So if
That
I
was like
had
the
to
down
do it
payments on your
in
teeth.
$4,000 increments, I could have gotten a tooth a year for the next 25 years.
Yes.
Yeah.
What do you have, 23 teeth or 25 teeth in your mouth? Something like that?
Depending on if you have your wisdom teeth or not.
Right.
Yeah.
So, I could do one tooth a year
Now you can
for
go to Algodones and get all of that. You can get a totally new mouth for $5,000.
yeah. I
That's
was I was
I'm on a TikTok algorithm, by the way, of teeth replacement, and I'm like,
How did this happen?
am
What were
I
you
on
looking
that?
at?
Maybe it is talking about Charlene and the abscess, and I don't know, but it keeps showing up, and I'm like, don't need that. Don't need that.
well, and I almost went to Istanbul, Turkey. I was gonna go to Mexico to do it because I knew, and there's some great places, and there's some great places, but when I got the appointment I went to Nubia Dental Implants in Nashville, and what brought me to the idea of going ahead and at least getting an evaluation was teeth in 24 hours. They do the surgery, take all your teeth out, sew you up, put your implants in. The next day you come in the morning and they put your teeth in. Wow. And you heal with them in. And
That sounds so painful.
lots of the reviews and all this
Ew.
stuff. Well, I have medical issues.
Yeah.
So I don't heal very fast. I don't heal very quick. I swell really bad. Blah, 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 blah. I went in the next day. Oh my God. So fucking painful. They didn't do it. I was too swollen. The doctor's like, we're going to wait 1 week. So I went a week without teeth. And I will tell you, at some point here, we are going to do I'm going to put a thing together because I did videotape everything.
Do we get to see the whole thing?
Oh my God. I didn't, they wouldn't let me record the surgery itself.
I was like, I can do that a day that I'm off.
I really wanted that.
I wanna see.
I really wanted that part. I will tell you something that'll make you happy. I have my teeth. I asked them to give me my teeth and put them in a thing. I know to some people this is really gross and creepy or whatever, but I'm going to grind them up to powder.
Okay.
And I'm going to put them in an art project because they're my teeth.
Right.
Just like you do with ashes for a person.
Right. You
This
have a
is the
necklace.
death of
Doesn't Alicia have her mom's
yeah,
ashes?
this is the death of my teeth, but they're still a part of me. It's still my DNA. It's still,
Yeah.
it's my identifying factor.
I'm pretty sure my mother still has all of my teeth somewhere. And mine, I only lost.
Well, I hope she doesn't have all of your teeth.
Well, the ones I lost as a child, because I only pulled the front four, so they're little. And then the rest of the way back, the dentist had to pull. In order for these to come in, we had to pull these. For these to come in, we had to pull these. So all of my teeth that the tooth fairy came to visit was root and all. Like it was
the
the
whole
whole
tooth.
tooth.
My daughter's
Yeah.
going through that now.
Yeah.
It's so crazy that happened.
Well, I never had a cavity. Like I was really good about my teeth. My mom, when I was younger, I used to have the sealant put in my teeth. My issue is I was a grinder, like a really bad grinder. Like I ground my teeth down. That pinky nail is bigger than any of my teeth by the time that I had to get them replaced. About half of that fingernail would be how long my front teeth were. They were this short because I just kept grinding them down, and they had a river all the way through all my teeth that you could put your nail in, and just a groove all the way down from grinding. And some of them were getting up into the root where it was hurting.
Yeah.
And then they were getting brittle and breaking. And when I quit smoking, 2004, 2005, somewhere around there is when I quit smoking. I quit smoking cold turkey, but I went from smoking to chewing sunflower seeds. And I loved the nacho cheese sunflower flavored seeds. So a wad of those in your mouth and bite them off, spit out the shell. Well, what is all of that sitting?
all salt and-
it's all salt.
yeah.
So it's eating through my enamel
and your
Yep,
jawbone.
yep. So anyway, I went and had it done, and
I'm surprised you didn't lose jaw.
I did. They had to do bone graft.
graft, yeah.
And they did that all in that one night
Ew.
or that one day. It was a long surgery. But and of course I went to surgery in my cow costume. Yep. I showed up in my cow.
The one you wore on the show?
Yeah. I wish I had my cowbell that day. That would have been really funny. But I went with that, and I recorded things. And afterwards, it was so funny because I knew I was recording. I had enough sense that I wanted my camera on, but not enough sense to shut my mouth.
Oops.
Like the funniest thing. Now, you're all not going to get sexually offended, right?
No.
Okay. So I tell the nurse, I'm like, the worst part about getting a 24-hour. Okay. I'm talking like this. What's the worst thing about getting 24-hour teeth? And she says, what? I said, my husband doesn't get to get blowjobs with no teeth.
I'm sure he was thinking it,
She's
though.
just looking at me like,
Best kind.
did you just say
Yeah.
that? Well, and I did elaborate. I said, he doesn't get the night where I go, hey, baby, and take my teeth out and put them in the jar.
Hey, you ready?
You ready?
Let's go.
And she's just like, did she
What?
just say that?
What?
Like,
She said that.
and
She
I'm
said that.
I'm an adult. Leave me alone.
and I did a video for my husband. Hey, your mouth sunks in, and for some reason, I sound exactly like I'm fully Southern when it happened, and I said, "Am I sexy? Am I sexy? Don't you want a piece of this?"
Yeah.
It was so freaking funny.
sexy?
So
Are you loving it?
yeah, so
Am I pretty?
so one of these days I'll put the videos together. It is quite comical. That part.
Yeah.
Now the other part was it hurt so fucking bad.
I bet.
And with my medical issues, you don't heal.
I'm sorry, I'm texting about my friend.
Sweetie,
Normally I would not be, but
you do you, join
I'm getting from different places.
join
so.
in when you can, and
when we need you.
Okay.
and we're here for
I hate
you.
that I'm on my phone, but it is important that
And
I
we're,
answer some of
we're
these.
we're here for you. So
Okay.
you do
Thank
you
you.
do you, and don't worry about it.
Okay.
So with MS and the stuff I have to deal with, I don't heal well, and I don't heal quickly, and I swell. Yeah, exactly.
I told her,
Shut up. We love you.
We love you.
And
Over there.
so a week went by. They put my bottom teeth in. They weren't so bad. They took them out because they could not put my top teeth in. They still hurt that bad. I was in massive pain. So they worked at it. I came back the next day. And of course, this is going to Nashville every time. Go back the next day. The dentist he went and had them fix them upstairs in the lab. He just felt that they were just not sitting right. So they supposedly fixed them. They did get them in eventually. They had to give me Novocaine or whatever they numbed the gums. That didn't work. Then they started working on it to get them in. And I'm crying. I hit the dentist. I did not mean to. He hit a certain spot and my arm just went whack. And he's like, whoa. And I'm like, sorry, that was like
Involuntary.
That was not on purpose. I am not sorry.
so bad when he hit this one spot. And
Not
I'm
on
like,
purpose. Still not sorry.
I just, and I'm like, whatever, numb it.
Yeah.
Like, why are you not even, he hadn't even gave me the shots to numb it yet. And I'm in just absolute agony. So I tell the nurse, get my husband. Y'all. I'm sorry, we can't go get your husband until we do the reveal.
No.
I said, fuck a reveal, get my husband.
Yeah.
I
Get him
am
now,
dying here.
or
I
I
don't
will
give
hurt
a
you.
shit about what at this
I
point.
will hurt you.
Yeah.
At
Get him.
Exactly. At this point, that whole in 24
it's not
hours
worth
and
it.
reveal thing
No.
was over with for me. I
Yeah.
just wanted the pain to stop, and I wanted over this.
Yeah.
And so needless to say, they finally got him in. And I don't remember what day this was, but
Thank you.
we went, and like 2 days later, I'm telling my husband, I'm like, I'm in fucking agony. I am hurting. I am in agony. I'm crying. I can't eat. And I could feel the, and I said, you need to
It's
call
like
him.
throbbing.
Yeah.
It's,
I'm like,
yeah.
you need to call him and tell him that I have an infection. I know I have an infection.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, we don't want to add more antibiotics because I had already finished the whole antibiotics that I had for that whole first week. And I'm like, so he said, well, he doesn't really want to get, I said, you call him back and you tell him either they get me some new antibiotics and something stronger because I have an infection, or we're going to the ER and they're going to take the shit out. Mm-hmm. That's what's going to end up happening is they're going to do surgery and I'm going to be pissed because I just spent all this money.
Right.
And so they did. They got me steroids and they got me the Z-Pack and they put me on a whole slew of things. And I mean, in like 48 hours, I knew it was better.
Yeah.
And I was like, I knew I had an
Yeah.
infection.
Don't play with me. I know my body.
Yep.
I know what's
I've been
going
dealing
on.
with this long enough to know
Don't
Right.
start with me.
when I have something wrong.
Right.
So
You do know your own body, and so often doctors
I
do not
hate when
listen.
they
to
they
Yeah.
don't want to
Right.
listen to you. And it's like,
Really
I know what this is doing and I know what's wrong. And it goes, and I'm circling back now. It goes back to the healthcare industry and doctors wanting to just give you a pill, just give you a drug, but they don't really, really search. It's why I left the note on Alicia's page when I was sending her loves, is hopefully the doctors find the core root of the problem
Right.
and fix the problem. Don't
Yes.
just give you a Band-Aid.
I actually, I don't speak up on my dad's side of the family much. Like, I'm the quiet one over there. And my stepmom had some issues this year, and they're like, well, we're just going to give her an anxiety medicine and da-da-da. And I typed back a text message that was like this long. But the gist of it was, no.
You can't
That's
just
a
hide it.
Band-Aid.
You can't just hide the
That-
problem.
Yeah, there's
giving
no
her that
hiding it.
medication is a Band-Aid, and I might still have my brother if they didn't just Band-Aid things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Well, and
Like I said, it was really long. Like literally, it was a text message that was about this long. You know, like
Good.
and
Yeah.
and literally having people like us who talk and who are real, that
Right.
aren't scripted, and we're not keeping it all rainbows and butterflies.
Right.
Sometimes
Because life is not always
It's
rainbows
shit.
and butterflies.
Right.
sometimes
it
it's
is.
ugly, sometimes it hurts, sometimes something bad is going on. And if we would, there is a stigma for mental health. There is a stigma for, I mean, now they're trying to reverse the weight thing to now you're a bad person if you're saying you're fat and you don't like it because you're fat shaming. I know it's not healthy. I know I'm not healthy having the weight on. It is not. It's not good for your heart. It's not good for your organs. It's not good for
doing it
your
on
joints.
purpose?
Huh?
Are you doing it on purpose?
No.
See?
But
Then-
but my saying that it's unhealthy is fat shaming. And it's like, no, it's not. It's not healthy.
Body
Like
positive.
if I can find, oh, fat is beautiful. No, it's not. I'm sorry. And whether it doesn't mean that you can't be beautiful and have weight on.
Right.
Lots of
I was
people.
gonna say,
But fat itself is not beautiful.
But saying that, in my opinion, is a little bit shaming because there's so many people that when you say that, they're going to hear that they can't be beautiful when they're fat. But that is the woke
Mindset,
society
yeah.
that we live in, that they only hear bits and pieces.
Well, and because what I'm saying is true though.
It's
Fat
it's
is not
not
beautiful.
healthy.
People can be beautiful regardless of their weight. But anorexia is not beautiful
No,
either.
no.
You know, you can
Exactly.
be too skinny and you're not beautiful. I don't care what the people out there think. I love Angelina Jolie. That girl is anorexic as hell. She has some mental problems. You know, she used to carry around an old boyfriend's blood around her neck. She has issues.
Yeah.
You know, she has daddy issues, and now her daddy's dead, so she can't fix because Voight passed away. So
Yeah.
she can't fix daddy issues if they didn't fix them. I heard they
I was like,
I heard
somewhat
they kind
fixed-
of like
I heard they
Therapy and
fixed
journaling.
it.
contacted.
therapy and journaling, you can let go of a lot.
Yeah. That's true. That's true. But you know,
You can't say it to them, but when you write it in a
Yeah.
journal,
Yeah.
it does release that. To
it
the
does.
universe.
That is very, very true. But you know, it gets back to the healthcare issue that we have, that we need to fix the core problem of the healthcare system just as much as we need to fix the core medical conditions of people. We can't just put Band-Aids on it, i.e. a new pharmaceutical. Let's get
Yeah,
a new
for
drug.
serious.
Let's get a new drug. Let's get a new drug. If you take that drug, you could take this drug. And how about have you tried this drug? If you're allergic to this, don't take it. How in the fuck would I know?
Right. I love that one. Don't take if you're allergic. How the hell do I know if I'm allergic to it? I've never had it before.
If you or someone you know has died,
the long term.
I died.
so I'm supposed to
What
call
am
you.
I supposed to do now?
I look at the long term effects. Like,
Right.
yeah, I'm 53 years old, but some random psychic who ran across my path one day decided to tell me I was going to live to be old. So, you know what? I'm going to halfway believe that. Not completely, but halfway. So when I read something in the long
Well, you're
term,
halfway there.
Yeah,
Yay.
right. That the long term effects are worse than what I'm dealing with right now. I'm not taking that.
Right. I've geared
not.
more and more and more towards as much natural remedies as I can, holistic. I'm gonna try Reiki.
No, I'm that girl.
I
give me an essential oil.
I
and-
want those things, but at the same time, I'm also not delusional.
Right.
That I think
There's
that
a balance.
if you have cancer, you're going to get Reiki and it's going to take it
Right.
away.
Correct.
Okay,
Right.
there is a
There's a balance.
There's a balance.
A balance.
because,
There's a balance.
Like you have the Reiki girl over here who's all holistic.
You're Reiki also, though.
Christy
Yeah.
is
Yes.
also.
But I am better living through chemistry. I will
Right.
take the Excedrin all day, every day.
Right.
I
I
will
think
take the
there's a
ibuprofen.
Well, she does take her goody powder
a
every
goody
day.
Goody
girl.
powder, so
I
you
am.
know what? Like
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
all a little bit there,
But you know what? I think a goody powder heals everything.
Oh yeah, for sure.
well, that's
that
how I
stuff is
feel
sheer
about Alka
magic.
Seltzer.
I'm like,
Stub your-
yeah.
Yeah,
I'm like,
stub your toe,
if
Alka-Seltzer.
if I'm irritable, I'll take a goody powder.
Yeah.
If I have a headache, I'll take a goody powder. If my back hurts, I'm going to take a
That
goody
stuff is
powder.
sheer
Right.
Stub your toe, take a goody powder.
Yeah.
Got a paper cut, goody powder.
Well, in the military, we called them vitamin M,
Yeah.
Motrin.
The Motrins. Here's your
Vitamin
800.
fixes everything.
Your big pill and your Band-Aid. Here you go.
So
bottle.
I kid you not, I was at a bar with a dude that was. I started talking to him because he was braggadociosing to the lady next to him about being a vet. Stolen valor, 100% stolen valor.
That's adorable.
Oh, isn't that adorable?
It's,
Especially when you have an
that's
actual vet
nice.
sitting next to you, and I'm female, so I'm just like, oh my God, you're a hero. Oh, thank you so much. And then we kept talking, and I'm like, do you happen to have any vitamin M?
Right.
What?
And he looked at me and he's like, what? I'm like, yeah, you stolen valor piece of shit. And the girl next to him is like, what do you mean? And I'm like, everybody in the military knows what vitamin M is. Like, I know you're full of shit. But then also, so while we were talking, before I even went there, I'm like, so where did you do your training? Oh, I can't tell you.
Right.
I'm like, you can't,
Top secret.
you can't tell me where you did boot camp.
How cute are you?
Like, isn't that adorable?
Because you didn't.
Yeah, I'm like, because you don't want to say a name that don't exist. That's why.
You don't want to fuck it up.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, what do you mean you can't tell me where you went to your training? Like,
That's not the secret
That's
part,
not a
dummy.
thing, sweetheart.
Everybody knows that.
everybody knows that. Like, you know,
on.
what do you mean? Oh, well, no, not that. Okay, so where did you do your basic
you do your-
training
yeah.
or boot camp or whatever? You know, and I hadn't even asked. Like, I think he said he was in the Army, which was beneficial for me because I was in the Army. So, like, I knew how to
Yeah.
get Army stuff. I know a lot about the Marine Corps, a lot about the Army. If he had said Navy or Air Force, I know some of both of those, but I am not as knowledgeable on those.
Yeah.
You know, there was a Marine one time, same thing, different bar, same story, braggadocious, all that stuff. And I said, well, you're just like a chesty polar kind of guy, aren't you? And he was like, who? I'm like, yeah, you are not a Marine. And he's like, what do you mean? And I said, every Marine knows who Chesty Puller is. So my son, Samuel, that you all have heard,
Yeah.
his name is Samuel Nicholas. That is the first commandant of the Marine Corps' name.
Oh.
So when
I don't know much about the Marines.
when we
so-
went to name him, it was Chesty Puller or Samuel Nicholas. And I was like, do you really want him to be called Chesty?
Yeah.
Like, that's
No.
cool. That's cool when you're a badass. And back in the day when Chesty Puller was in, you probably didn't make fun of Marines. And or kids with those names back then.
No.
If you lived on base, no one would. make
Yeah.
fun of you. Everybody
But
would know
today,
Yeah.
naming your kid Chesty might not go off as
Yeah,
well.
it's not okay.
And do you name him Puller? No.
Now.
So
Yeah.
I went with Samuel Nicholas. And now not every Marine knows who Samuel Nicholas is, but you can ask him where was the first recruiting? Toon Tavern. You know, I mean that like they know stuff. So anyway, I'm getting off topic again. Where are the notepads? Like
Oh,
get
I'm
back
so sorry.
on. But the whole point is
I'm drawing Christmas decorations.
oh, that works.
It calms me.
It calms you.
Yeah.
We need to do you want all the colors? We need to have a
Spelled right?
better healthcare system. That
Spelled right?
yeah,
Okay.
RREL.
Yeah. All right.
We need to have a better health. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, where's the mask?
Yeah. We definitely need.
There it is.
Healthcare needs a whole reform.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, we need that reform, and it needs to be back to that movie. I don't know if any of you saw it with Robin Williams when he was running for president as a comedian. It's a funny movie, he
No?
said we need true security in this country, not the illusion of it. We need true health care, not the illusion of it. You know, it's like Obamacare when they came out with the Obamacare thing and, oh, it's the greatest thing since sliced bread. Thank you, Obama. You're wonderful. Read the fucking fine print, motherfuckers. Because it's liability insurance for your body.
Yeah.
That's all it covers. It don't cover shit. If you actually have something wrong, sorry, that's not covered. You want to pay more money? Now it's covered. So, you know, we need to have actual solutions to problems, not just more drugs on top of more drugs on top of more drugs. You know, I'm fine with the chemical thing too, but there's a balance.
Oh, there's a hard
I don't
balance.
just want you, you know, you go to some of these now as a paramedic and as an EMT when I was both of those, not at the same time, obviously, people. But you go into their house for a call and quite often they didn't know what drugs they were on. The family members, are they on medications? Oh, yeah. And you look over at their table and it's nothing but bottles of different. And I'm
And
like,
this
well,
one
you're not
counteracts
supposed
this
to
one
take
or
this
makes you have
one
to
with
take
this
that one.
one.
Yep.
And they're taking all these different drugs.
That happened to my mother-in-law.
Yeah.
She was being diagnosed different things by different doctors, and not her fault. She just kept going because of different symptoms, and they kept referring her to different doctors. But then they were giving her like this medicine and then this medicine, and then they would give her another one of this medicine. So she was doubling up on medicines, not knowing she was overdosing herself, not on
Not
purpose.
willingly.
Right. She didn't realize that's what she was doing, and it ended up she had balance issues. She couldn't remember. She was letting people in her house that she didn't know. She was confused all the time, and when they finally got her sorted out, I mean, she was like, "What the hell was that?"
Well, I mean, it's
and they finally got her
it's-
sorted out.
It's like
but it
my
was
mom.
ridiculous.
And mental health is the worst about them putting Band-Aid on top of Band-Aid on top of Band-Aid, and they work against each other. My friend Adam, he did commit suicide, but he decided to check himself into a facility, and he went down. His wife took him down there, and he took his medications, and they went, well, I mean, this is why you're suicidal.
Yeah.
absolutely.
Well,
This right here.
and
Like-
you take almost every mental health drug out there. The side effects can cause suicide.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes.
Hello. Is that not counterproductive to somebody with severe depression or
and the
You
the
can
other thing they don't
thank
tell you-
Adam for a lot of my holistic thinking.
yeah,
and a lot of the
Because he
medicine
turned very holistic after that.
good.
Yeah.
a lot of the meds they put you on are very, very hard to come off of.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Very
hard to come
and
off
They don't
of.
tell you that.
Well, and it's
They
just
don't tell
like
you
the new study they're doing with vets with PTSD, basically giving them Molly.
Yeah.
And I've had a big, long discussion with other vets about it. Yeah, sure, it's taking away that feeling, and they're happy, and had a nice discussion with a couple of vets recently. We were all sitting around and we were talking about it, and they're like, "But the problem is still there, and now you're happy about it."
Right.
And the wife is like, what the fuck? You know, and it's not fixing the problem. It's just making you joyous about it all. It's cool. I killed somebody. I'm totally fine.
Yeah.
You know,
Right?
and
You are not there.
at some point in time, if you get rid of it or you take it away,
then it all comes
all
back.
of that shit
comes
is
back.
going to come back and hit them so hard that I think that's going to drive them to suicide.
Yeah.
Plus, the way the VA is wording that through their process of evaluating this as they're calling it a cure.
Right.
Do you know what that means?
That it's fixed.
That means if it's fixed, you no longer qualify for VA benefits.
Yep.
So if they can claim you're cured,
Yeah, fuck
No
that.
remission period.
then
There's-
so
yeah.
any vet out there that has these issues or anything like that, don't take it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think don't take it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to feel good. You want to feel better. You don't want to dwell and you don't want to have those nightmares, all those things. But don't take that Molly shit and don't sign anything that says you've been cured. You're not having your nightmares or your
Definitely
your,
never sign
your
anything saying that.
anxieties or
Yeah,
any
no.
of that stuff ever again, because what they're trying to do, and I personally think, and this is the conspiracy side of my brain with when it comes to vets, because there are so many out there dealing with this, that really the government just wants you all to kill yourselves. Because the less of you out there, less benefits they got to pay out.
That's true.
They don't need to take care of you if you're all gone. They don't give a shit.
But Big Pharma wants you still alive because they want you still buying their medicine.
Well, true, but there's plenty of other people that aren't vets because vets cost the government a lot of money if you actually get
Oh, yeah.
benefits. So they would be happy with you just offing yourself. And, because 22 plus a day, you would think there'd be a lot more discussion about it, but there's not. So there's a lot to trying to find solutions to problems. And back to our original conversation, if you have a problem, we're not saying don't go to the doctor and get help. Go and find out what the problem
What the
is.
problem is.
But don't settle for them just saying, well, it could be this, so take this. No, I want an answer.
Just like
What
I told Amanda,
is it?
go get a second opinion.
What is it? And it's
what is it?
And it doesn't hurt you to ever get a second opinion.
Yeah.
Now, Kimberly
But go to the
said,
doctor.
"Wish I could share some stories about this. My assistant is in a terrible scenario currently. Almost died in a bad wreck 3 weeks ago because of pharma." Yeah, she was taking pharmaceuticals. I think they were combating each other.
Tell her she can call in.
Yeah. You can call in if you want to, but they were combating each other. Long story short, she fell asleep from the pharmaceuticals, basically knocking her out at like 2:00 in the morning driving. She rolled her car into a ditch. Don't know how she did it. Adrenaline is what I'm assuming. Because I've seen wrecks like this. I've seen horrible wrecks. But she crawled out of the car. She was soaking wet because she landed in the creek. And
what?
Crick.
Creek.
The creek?
The creek, whatever.
Actually, I say my southern self says creek.
Yeah, it's a creek. It's a creek. It's
The
Creek.
creek.
that's when the door shuts. But she crawled up the side and crawled into the road. And she was found by a deputy or a law enforcement that was driving by and saw a person lying in the road and called, got her to the hospital. And she had a broken neck, broken jaw. I can't remember if it was also a broken pelvis. Lot of broken stuff. And I'm being eaten by my cords. Sorry, people. But she was severely injured. And had she not crawled up the side, because where her car was, you would not have been able to see it.
Yeah.
It had landed so far down that you would not have been able to see it. So she would have died, and she could have even drowned if she was, I don't know if her face was in the water, but her body was, because she was soaking wet. And some of that is also pharmaceutical because you're so drugged she didn't feel much.
Feel anything, yeah.
And the adrenaline hits your body, and adrenaline is a real thing. You can do some horrific things. My brother went off of a cliff in his car many, many years ago. And he took the top of a sign off and took a top of a tree off and went down a 75-foot embankment off of a turn that we did umpteen times up in Tahoe, Kingsbury grade for anybody from Tahoe. And instead of downshifting, he upshifted. He meant to go to, I guess, third, and he went to fifth instead. So makes you go faster instead of slowing the engine down. And he went off of that thing. And I don't know how many times it rolled or whatever, but he crawled out of that car and he climbed up the side of the hill and hitched a ride. There was, I guess, 2 girls in a car behind him that saw it, and they stopped, and he got a ride with them down the hill. And my uncle owned the only crane in the mountain, so he's the one that pulled the car up, and he's like, holy shit, I don't know how he survived. Now, the doctors did say the reason he survived so well is because it was a sardine in a sardine can. My brother's 6'5", 6'4.5", something like that. And he was driving a Geostorm. So it was like he was so confined that he was already compacted. So, but he could have been crushed.
Yeah.
Like he could have killed him, crushed him, and that kind of thing. So
It also wasn't his time.
it also wasn't his time, correct. I fully 100% believe, and it's probably the one thing that saves my mental health when people do pass away, because if many people know and understand, I know exactly what Greta's going through right now. I just went through it in August, and when I saw Kristen in May, I hugged her when I left, and I said, I know I'm never going to see you again. And of course, she told me, you're being melodramatic. And don't be so melodramatic. And I'm fine. I knew she wasn't fine. But I also knew we couldn't stop her. We couldn't get her to quit. She needed to want to quit. She needed to want to live. And she needed to want to get better. And
I needed that thing.
She wasn't there yet. And
I needed those words. Even though you weren't directing them at me, I needed those words.
But I know what I felt, and I know what I needed. And I do all my healing through music. And I know sometimes it's not the best thing. Some people do. I'm going to play a song. If you need me to stop, just tell me to stop. But I'm going to play a song.
I'll go home and journal. Mine's through journaling.
Well, I wrote this for Kristen before she passed.
Close, but drifted so far apart. Once bright eyes, I'm now lost in the dark.
Can you guys hear?
Trying to reach you, but you're fading. Following deeper shadows invading. How can I pull you back? My friend, friends for 50 years, can we make it to 52? Oh, no, now since you went down to the tracks, now I can't find you. You used to be my friend, my friend. We searched for you in the shadows through the tears we shed. We cried for you in the shadows through the tears we shed. We found you dirty, a bottle in your hand, in the shadows through the tears we shed. In the shadows, tears we shed, 'cause we knew what lay ahead. The bottle held tight in your grip. We saw your light begin to slip. It's like a battle you fought, but you've already lost. When you bought the poison that tore you apart. My sister, I searched for you in the shadows through the tears I shed. I climbed over barbed wire to find you. In the shadows through the tears I shed, I found you in your pile of rocks and I hugged you. In the shadows through the tears I shed, it's like a battle you fought, but you've already lost. When you popped the poison that tore you apart. My daughter, we flew over the ocean to save you. In the shadows through the tears we shed, we begged you to embrace us. In the shadows through the tears we shed, we had to leave you with deep regrets. In the shadows through the tears we shed, it's like a battle you fought, but you've already lost. When you bought the poison that tore you apart. And my mother, we've begged and we've pleaded. In the shadows through the tears we shed, we prayed and we've bargained. In the shadows through the tears we shed, we had to walk away for our own sanity. In the shadows through the tears we shed, it's like a battle you fought, but you've already lost. When you bought the poison that tore you apart. My child, I sent friends to love you, but you turned on them. In the shadows through the tears they shed, I forgave you for the hurts you've caused. In the shadows through the blood I shed, send you signs there is light in the darkness, but you turn away, yet we all cry. In the shadows through the tears we shed.
Anyway, I wrote that song when I was going through what you're going through, because that's how I journal. I journal through music. I journal through writing how I feel, and this is what I needed to get through. And the story in there is how our process of what we went through.
Yeah.
You know, when she was lost and when she was missing, when her sister found her,
Yeah.
and we couldn't stop it. We couldn't fix it. We couldn't stop it. And then when she did pass away, I was so angry at her. I was angry at her for not listening. I was angry at her for not fighting. I was angry at her for not loving us as much as we loved her. All those things. And then I finally found a day, it was like, I was still texting her, you know?
I did my brother a lot after he passed.
Yeah. And then one night, it was like 2 or 3 in the morning, I wrote her a text, I forgive you. And I wrote a song. I'm not going to play that now, but I wrote a song.
Play that.
No, I'm not going to.
We don't need that right now. We're all like on edge right now.
No, I said I'm not playing that right now.
Yeah.
But I wrote her how I forgave her.
Yeah.
And it was such a good feeling because
It is a good feeling.
all the anger and like I and several other people are like, I can't feel her. I can't feel anything good. I feel nothing but darkness and ugliness and anger. And a lot of it, I think, was coming from myself. And when I forgave her and I wrote it down in words, and then like I do, I turn it into music. And when I did that, man, I felt like totally different. I felt, now I can say her name. Before then, I couldn't even say her name. And so it's a very hard process. And I've talked to many people about those things, like somebody who's really sick, somebody who dies suddenly in a car accident, somebody from addiction or suicide or something like that. Yes, they're all difficult. But I think the hardest one on the people are the ones where you personally feel like it could have been prevented. Mm-hmm. Not them. Like a medical issue, they have cancer, you can't prevent that. It's, they can try to get treatment for it, but if they pass away from it, yes, the preparing doesn't change. You think you're prepared and then you're not. All those things happen, but when you feel internally in yourself that you could have stopped it, you could have helped
I said to my mother this morning on my way here, I said, I'm going to have a hard time because maybe I could have done something. And Mother said, Greta, you couldn't. And I said, Mother, this is part of the grief. This is grief that I've got to deal with. It's part of it. Maybe I couldn't, but I'm going to question it. I'm going to question it for a while.
Yeah.
And I know that.
And you and I've had quite a few talks about that where
Yeah.
I felt, and you helped me through that by saying, "Hey, you did everything you could," and and then we get back to when it's your time, and it's a sad thing
And
to go through.
I believe suicide is your time as much as I do a car wreck.
Right.
And that was a hard one
Because
for me to come to.
Because there are people who have survived those and
Exactly.
can tell their story
Exactly.
afterwards. It was the worst thing in the world
Yeah.
that I did, and I realized it. And if we could do
there were
some,
people it saved them. It
Correct.
snapped them out of whatever they were in.
and there's this goes right back, circling back around to why we need to have a better healthcare system
Yeah.
in our country, and dental is a part of that.
Dental
The
is a
whole
part of
point
it.
of why we started talking about that in the first place was this started from a dental thing, but there's other caveats, there's
Yeah.
other
Absolutely.
angles
I mean,
to it.
even me holistic, go to the doctor. If you've got something wrong, go to the doctor. Like doctors have saved me.
A hot rock ain't gonna solve everything.
Yeah.
As much as we think it will,
doctors,
we would like it
doctors
to.
have
Love it
saved
too.
me. But if they're just putting a Band-Aid on it, look for an alternative.
Yeah.
And so often mental health, anxiety, those things, they're just going to put a Band-Aid on those.
I think there's something to be said too about making sure that you put in the work as well. 'Cause
Yes.
you can't just go to the doctor and expect that pill to work. You have to do the research. You have to look
Yes.
at what you're doing in
and
your
so many
life.
people, they just go, okay, this will fix me.
Right. No, you
Well,
have
and
to do
what-
the work.
what
You have to do
food
the
you might need to
exercise.
be
You have look
eating
at
with
what you're
it.
eating.
Your gut
Are you
health.
on-
What
Are
food
your
you
gut
staring
health
at your
is-
phone
eating
all
with
day
it?
long? Are you, like what are you doing to yourself that and not to put blame on whatever. It's what changes can you make to help yourself get better?
Gut
Because you
health
have to work
controls
on it.
everything.
So true.
Everything. If your gut is unhealthy, your mental health is bad.
Yes.
Like so many things.
Well, I have hypothyroid too, and it's not curable. It's not going to go away. I'm not surgical for it, so I can't get holistic and then not give myself thyroid. I've got to take my thyroid medication, but I'm gonna take my thyroid medication. I also don't produce B12. My vitamin D is always down. My iron is always down. Part of that's from being vegetarian or chicketarian.
Yeah.
I don't eat enough red meat. There's a lot of things that go into stuff.
Yeah. But part of holistic is giving your body what it needs.
Yeah.
And that is your vitamins.
And listening
And
to
if
your
your-
body.
if your
And
B12
everyone's
is low,
different, so it takes a lot of work to figure it out.
yeah.
Right.
If your
Oh.
B12 is low, get B12 shots.
Yeah, I do.
You
Yeah.
know, like
Yeah.
that, gut health and that part. That is feeding your body what it needs.
Well, it's like I don't like red meat. I don't like that stuff hardly ever. But when I suddenly get a crave, because I don't even like food. First of all, I'm not a foodie. But when I'm like, Steve, I want a steak. I mean,
knows your
it's
iron's
been
low.
so long now that he's like, yeah, your iron's low.
Mine is always my iron is borderline. It's not low, but I'm on the very low end, and I can always tell when it drops. I'm like, I want a Coke over ice. 'Cause, that ice is that is one of your low irons. Or I'll walk into a convenience store, and I hate those slushy machines that are going around. I don't like those. Half the time they're not even clean. But I'll look over and I'll go, man, that looks good. I'm like, you might need to check your iron, Greta.
Or your sugar.
Yeah, no, mine's
You know.
it's my iron because I know that's where it's low. It's the icy that I want. It's
the cold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Side note: Alicia just got out of her endoscopy and colonoscopy. I'm
Okay.
getting an update.
Okay, cool.
Okay,
cool.
cool.
I'm hoping they find something.
yeah. They did do the endo too.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
I told her, I said, wait till you get the colonoscopy first. Those things are impressive.
Yeah, seeing that is interesting. Like the pictures afterwards.
Oh yeah, I love those.
Some
Those
of them
are
have the
crazy.
video.
I'm like,
It's like
what is that? That looks so weird. That's in me.
looks like the inside of a worm.
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know. But
Hopefully they find something.
Yeah.
I mean, because it's definitely more than a bacteria.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's not just bacteria. There's definitely something wrong with her.
it's more than I just don't feel good.
Yeah.
yeah.
You know, it's
Yep.
definitely more than I just don't feel good.
Yeah.
But
So wait.
And
I'm
if
sorry.
you feel like you just don't feel good, this is a topic. Go to the doctor.
Yeah.
Because we
Advocate
need to know
for
why.
yourself. Pay
Because-
attention to what you're eating, what
Yeah.
you're drinking, how you're doing things, and show those things to your doctors so
Yeah.
that they can help you figure it out.
and because of who I am and what I talk about and who I live with, have you seen the videos of the colonoscopy farts?
no,
Dude,
are they funny?
they are hilarious.
I'm going to pass on those.
They are violent. They are long.
You mean afterwards?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
They are impressive because they dry you out.
I
and
just
they empty you
I
out,
just had a colonoscopy this last year.
and then
And the first, I'm not going to lie. I mean, I worked in the medical industry, so I am not embarrassed in any way, shape, or form, and I'm not modest. I don't give a fuck. If you say, here, put this gown on, I'm already stripping my clothes
Yeah, I'm
off
already
before you're
naked.
walking out there. They're like, oh, okay.
Here we go.
Here we go.
You're one of
You know?
those people.
Yeah. I don't care. Like,
Right.
yeah, honestly, if you have not ever seen an ass, a vagina, a penis,
boobs. Everybody's got
boobs.
boobs. What is that? Everybody's got
and
boobs.
you work in the medical industry, probably need to get a new job. And if you're embarrassed about that,
feelings.
probably need to get a new job.
Yeah.
Everybody's got these parts.
You know,
they're just body parts.
We're all humans. Everyone
Body
poops.
parts.
Everyone
Knock it off.
shits. Depending on and what I call a poop is a poop. Shits means it's runny. Everybody farts. If
I don't care who says what.
if
Everybody
you
farts.
if you say I've never farted, then you're dead.
you,
You're
yeah,
lying.
exactly. You have exploded.
Yeah, because you cannot not fart. You cannot not burp. Everyone has gotten.
I will say, I did not burp a lot. I won't say ever, but like I did not burp a lot until they took my gallbladder, and now I do like on the regular.
right.
I didn't do these things until I hit like perimenopause. What the hell is going on?
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a
Oh,
my
I used to
God.
all the time.
Parents-
that is a
worst.
whole nother day,
Why,
man.
God?
Like
Why?
Yeah.
What is happening?
Perimenopause
Like, we
is
didn't-
the worst.
we
Oh
didn't
my
I think
have-
it's
God.
worse than full menopause.
Yeah,
What
it
the-
really
and
is.
it
It
doesn't
sucks.
seem like it's ever going to.
We didn't
It
have
doesn't.
enough
Mine
problems.
lasted about 9 years.
Right. We don't have enough problems as women. They got to add on all this other crap.
I mean, come on.
Why?
Can we give a little bit of this to the men?
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, they
Please.
get erectile dysfunction. I'm sorry.
Right.
That's the.
That's it.
Oh,
That's
well,
all
they
you get?
think it's just as bad when they get a cold.
I mean, except my husband. He could be running. We've said this before. He could be running a fever of 105 and throwing up green, purple goo like The Exorcist. And he's like, "It's cool. I'm fine. I'll go to work. Don't worry about it. It's all right. I got this. I'll do the laundry." I'm like, "Don't touch anything.
Yeah, go lay down.
You need to stop."
Yeah.
So when he got sick and he took a nap for when he got
Something was
COVID,
wrong.
You
I was
knew
like,
something was
"Holy
really wrong."
shit. Like that scared me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So-
You know something's going. So anyway, we're almost done with our show. We got like 20 minutes left and we have never done introductions.
Yeah, we didn't do the introductions.
And we do have somebody new.
So I'm Tori. I am a mom of 3 boys and 4 bonus kids. I have grandbabies. I call my kids cubs, and their kids are my grandcubs because I'm Mama Bear. And I am an Army veteran, and I worked in the medical industry as well. So that's me. Like in as quick of a nutshell as I can. And Alicia is absolutely 100% here with us in our hearts.
Yes.
But she is still in the hospital dealing with, hey,
Like-
quit picking your nails.
I'm sorry.
She's trying to get your attention. The
You
paddles
made me
don't.
laugh at least.
The paddles don't work
Sorry.
if you
I'm
don't
sorry.
look up.
We need blinky lights on them,
I'm
please.
sorry. I have a thing and I have to get it. I'm sorry.
Okay, anyway, intro.
Oh man, now I can't reach it.
Cash, get that for her.
Yeah,
Right.
Wait, where'd he go?
He's on the back of the chair. So anyway, Alicia
Alicia.
will be back when she's better, but Alicia
She's our
is
damn Yankee.
she's our damn Yankee, and she is the girl mom
girl
of
mom.
5 girls. God help her. God bless that family.
Girl.
God bless her husband. Oh my God, that's got to be difficult. And right now she's having booty problems, so she's
yeah,
in the
booty,
hospital.
yeah.
Endo and colonoscopy today.
This
so.
goes back to what Greta said. Gut health is very important. It's
Yes.
a very important thing. And then, so our
And if you don't want to eat right with gut health, at least take probiotics.
Yes.
Like, I will say that for your
if you
gut
don't like
health.
yogurt,
Yeah.
find a way to like
I-
yogurt.
if you
Yeah,
don't,
right.
if you don't plan on, I mean, because it's expensive to eat healthy.
Yeah.
Like, it's very,
Which is so stupid.
yeah,
Yeah.
But
that
at-
adds a
at
whole
least-
nother
I was gonna
story.
say, that's a
of,
whole
like,
other show.
At least go get
So
you some
stupid.
probiotics and take those daily.
Yeah,
So,
growing a garden
yeah.
and buying healthy. And I'm sorry, people, I hate to burst your bubble, but just because it says organic at the grocery store does not mean
it's
shit.
organic.
It just means it's produced at the same thing, and they put a sticker on it that says
Yeah.
organic.
Yeah.
And then up
And
the
that
price.
has been proven
Yes.
by undercover work that has been proven to be factual.
Yeah.
That organic. If you really truly want organic, go to a farmer's market.
Yes.
That would be more.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't mean the farmer's market at Sprouts.
No.
That is a
Like
grocery
in
store.
town.
That is not a farmer's
Like on
market.
the corner in town.
Yeah.
With
like
tents set
driving
up.
by a farm and they have a booth. That's organic.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's probably most natural that you're gonna get, or out of your own damn garden.
I did hear that they are tearing down Isom's. Did you hear
I
that?
heard
Did you
about
see
that.
I saw read
Yeah.
that. But they have built a new building that's going to be bigger and
I think
not out
so.
in the elements, which is awesome.
Yeah, I think so. And I hope
Yeah.
so because I love
I
their
love Isom's.
stuff.
I love
Yes.
Isom's.
I
Yes.
love their little area.
Okay, ladies.
Sorry.
Back the truck up.
Yeah.
So anyway, Christy,
That's a local farmer.
I know who it is. Just
Okay.
nobody listening probably cares. Plus, we're doing intros, which
Yeah.
you're the one that
I
told me
did.
get
I
back
said
to the
intros.
intros.
I'm so sorry.
So Christy has come on board to help us with filling in when somebody's out, and help us with topics, getting
Staying on topic.
ideas for topic. Well, whether she helps us stay on topic, she'll try. When she's not here, she's still going to send messages like, y'all are totally
Boring.
off where you're.
knock it off. Oh,
What were
Oh, I
you
thought- I didn't
talking
know what
about?
that
Do
was.
you remember?
No.
Sometimes we don't even remember what we
What?
were talking about to begin
Okay,
with.
wait. Go with what we said on the show. What was our topic supposed to be today?
I don't know. I didn't even see it. Oh, Christmas song.
Yeah, we went a little different.
Really?
Yes,
That
that's
is
okay though. We're okay.
My favorite is Robert Earl King. Merry Christmas
Shadows
from
in
the
the dark.
family.
Shadows in
Mine
the
is
dark
Ram
was
Last
definitely a
Christmas.
Christmas
Okay.
song.
Is that weird?
No,
What
have
is
you
it?
heard? Have you
Ram
heard Merry
Last
Christmas from
Christmas.
the
Oh, I
Family
love
by
that song.
by Robert Earl King? Like it's about a whole messed up crazy family. Like
What's
there's
the name of
nothing-
it?
Merry Christmas from the Family by Robert Earl King. Keen,
No.
K-E-E-N.
Dropkick Murphys has a really good family Christmas song.
Christmas in the family.
Merry Christmas from the Family, Robert. Now it blank.
Keen?
I forgot. I said it so many
You
times.
said
I
it.
went blank on his middle name. Robert Earl King. Keen, K-E-E-N.
Well, it's probably going to be copyrighted, so we can probably only play like 30 seconds of it.
But play the chorus. Or,
so anyway.
it's the first 30 seconds of it's actually funny.
Anyway,
Um,
Christy is going to help us with social media and helping us have ideas for topics before our shows, so we can maybe do a little prep work. And if she has some information to send to us, like, hey, here's a website to go to cover this topic or whatever. Yeah. So, Christy, tell us a little bit about yourself. I'm Christy.
I'm Christy.
Hi, Christy.
Hi, guys. Hi, everyone. I'm Christy. I moved to Huntsville like 4 years ago. Military family. He's retired now. I am not the military person. Also Marine Corps.
Hoorah.
Hoorah. Yeah.
What color crayon does he like?
Oh, definitely green.
Oh,
It's
that's
all
my
green.
husband's. My
Everything's
husband says all the time his favorite flavor is green.
green.
Funny story. I once sent a box of crayons to work in my husband's lunchbox for his lunch.
Nice.
And he called me up and told me I was an asshole because I sent him a box of crayons. And I said, well, did you open the box of crayons and look inside? And he's like, no, you sent me a box of crayons. I'm like, well, if you were in the Army, you would have dug through it to see what else there was, and there would have been $20.
Oh, see, smart. See.
Yeah.
Yep.
Got to be smarter than the jar.
Yeah. Yep.
See, and I can get away with that because I was Army and my husband's a Marine, but I have two sons that are Marines, a brother that's a Marine, and a nephew that's a Marine. So I have rights.
Mm-hmm. You have right.
I have rights.
So you are married then?
I am.
Okay. That you said
25
he.
years
so.
over Thanksgiving. Yeah. 25 years is a long freaking time. I feel really old.
Children?
3.
3.
Yeah.
Okay.
23, 22, and 12.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was a bit of a separate. Now, was that a planned or an unplanned?
that we call her the bonus.
Okay.
Bonus.
So we did 5 deployments in 5 years.
Oh,
to,
wow.
Wartime stuff. And when he got back, we went to Yuma, and he was in search and rescue, and got to be a
My
human
son was
being for a little
stationed
while.
in Yuma.
It's a great place.
When he, I was also stationed there with my ex-husband.
Yeah.
When he got out of the Marine Corps, he worked for, because he worked on Harriers.
Yeah.
And when he got out of the Marine Corps, he got one of his wasn't his first job out of the Corps. First job out of the Corps was working for oil rigging. Mm-hmm. But his second one out of the Corps was working for Rolls-Royce, building the F-35 motors.
Yeah.
And he was over quality control in the production and stuff. So, yeah, now he's a federal marshal. Yeah. So he's gone a different direction. So, well, we welcome you, Christy. We appreciate you being here. I like that I have somebody else that's a Marine Corps, can understand some of the Marine Corps things.
I'm Army, Navy. I can't tell you. Marines.
I can. See, this makes it
I
nice.
just drive the boat. You're the Uber.
I have both. You can understand the Army stuff, and she can understand the Marine Corps stuff, and you can understand the crazy stuff. So there is that. So anyway,
He's going for your tissue.
next.
Oh, there is some in my pocket.
Next.
Amanda.
Oh, I'm Amanda, boy mom, lover of all things scary and creepy and Halloween.
Hence the reason she knows eyeballs are salty.
Yeah, well, that would be why. Yeah,
Yeah.
Doesn't mean she's actually ate anyone's eyeballs,
never eaten anybody's eyeballs.
but she just likes to be creepy.
Random fact: her dad went to Santa University and was a Santa.
Oh yeah,
He
yeah.
did. My
Yep.
dad is a Santa.
think-
He was a Santa.
I think that is a good
he
thing
went to
this time of
Santa
year.
University twice.
I think that's good this time of year.
Twice.
So does he have a master's?
Yes.
In Santa.
Yes.
Santa.
He did. Yeah.
I heard a joke the other day. It was so funny about the master's thing. And it was this black guy, and he was talking about the fact that his friend's kid was doing really well, learning different ways of handling things. He was going to karate, and he said, "Well, maybe I could use some of that, so I'm going to go." And he asked the lady, he's like, "So what do you call him?"
Oh, yeah.
Master Ken. You were there.
Well, I think you told it was just me and you the other day.
Master Ken. No, it was the comedian the other night.
Oh, it was the comedian.
Master
Oh, okay.
Ken.
Yeah.
I think it was Master Ken
Yeah.
or Master Ron or something like that. And he's like, this black man is not going in there telling him master anything.
Calling him master.
And he's like, in fact, when I was going to college, I quit before master school because I couldn't
Couldn't do it.
Couldn't
Yeah.
do it. I was
Yeah.
like, that
Couldn't do
is
it.
so funny.
That guy was funny.
Yeah.
That was
That-
it. I'm a little slow today.
That guy was really funny. So anyway,
I am Greta. I am the Southern lady, born and raised in the South, never moved out of the South. Single, no children, dog mom. This is Cash. He's our little mascot every day. I am as you saw, the holistic medicine girl.
She's single and ready to mingle.
Single and ready to flamingo. I am. Still believe it. What did I say the other day? I still believe in Santa Claus, fairy tales, and happy endings.
Heck yeah.
That's a good thing. We want that. Everyone
and
needs
Hallmark
that in their
and Hallmark.
And I love Hallmark movies.
Yes.
That's the one thing me and Greta do not agree on.
Yeah, no.
Is Hallmark movies.
Yeah,
Give me
yeah.
Hallmark.
I love Hallmark movies.
Give me
I will
some,
sit and watch them. I will watch the same movie about a poinsettia, a tulip, and
Sometimes you just need a little bit of cheese ball in your life,
I
just
love
so
it.
you can have hope, even though you're like, this is the dumbest thing.
I think
Did
it's
you
why
watch
am
the
I
movie
doing
Violent
I think it's
Night?
because my love life is such a
my
joke.
kind of
Like it
Christmas
gives me a
movie.
little. It gives me a little that I little warm
I
and fuzzy.
understand.
I'm
all
not
of
gonna
that.
lie though. My favorite Christmas movies are Die Hards.
Love
That's
Die
nice.
Hard. That's the best Christmas movie.
And what was the one with Mel Gibson? Lethal Weapons.
Lethal Weapon.
I
Is
still
Lethal
consider.
Weapon
You know
a
what?
Christmas
He-
I
movie?
consider
have not
those
heard
Christmas
that.
movie.
Mel Gibson made a Santa movie.
I
Fat Man.
Okay,
Fat Man.
It was awesome.
I
was-
do.
It was
love
not a. It
Bad
was not a
Santa.
Hallmark movie.
No, it's not a
Bad
Hallmark
Santa.
movie.
I
Let's just
love
clarify.
Bad Santa. That one cracks me up. And Elf.
Now
Did
I
you
know
watch
we
Violent
can't.
Night with David Harbour. No,
But the name probably deterred me.
I know we can't play this in its entirety,
You'll like.
Yeah.
Well, it's a little.
It's-
it's violent.
it's
but
violent.
You'll like it. I think.
but we're gonna play a little portion since this was supposed to be about. I didn't even read what our topic was.
No, because you weren't here when I put it up.
Christmas songs, and we have 7 minutes left, and we're gonna. Oh,
Let's go with it.
we're at
Robert
least.
Oakey.
Everyone's favorite.
We're at least
Random
going
fact, he was in
to.
Decatur last night.
Oh, okay. We are gonna at least play
I have one
a
too. When you're ready.
a song.
Eggnog. Little sister brought her new boyfriend. He was a Mexican. We
It's
didn't
fun.
know what to think of him till he sang Feliz Navidad, Feliz Navidad.
He doesn't claim to have the best voice. It's funny though if you listen to the version. I think Montgomery Gentry also has a version of it.
I do like the comic singers.
Yes.
I think they're hilarious.
Go watch the video.
Wait,
The
I have
video
one.
too. It's
I have
really
one. I
funny.
have one. I have one. I'm just gonna put it up to my mic
Just send it to me.
because I don't know where the chorus is. I have the chorus right here.
Of which one?
Dropkicks. Dropkick Murphys.
Okay.
I
Oh,
do like Dropkick.
yeah.
I do like Dropkick Murphys. Though.
It's called The Seasons Upon Us.
Drunk and Dad got drunk at our Christmas party. We were drinking champagne punch and homemade eggnog. Little sister brought her new boyfriend.
Oh, that's the same place we were. It's funny when they go to the quick stop store. Like,
The quick stop store.
yeah, that like it. So bring back some Diet Right and some tampons, and like it's just hilarious.
Oh,
The
that's funny.
a can of fake snow.
Same thing with the
Christmas
12 days of Christmas by
Adam Sandler.
no well that one's pretty funny.
Jeff Foxworthy.
The
Jeff
Hanukkah
Foxworthy.
song
The
is
Hanukkah song is
awesome.
awesome. I love that.
Love
song.
the Hanukkah
Okay, play
song.
the one you're.
Okay, it's Dropkick Murphys called the Seasons Upon Us.
They
also like Hard Candy Christmas by Dolly Parton from The Best Little Whorehouse in Texas. I was in my 30s before I figured out that was a Christmas song.
Walmart, man. Ooh, somebody done been to the Walmart. Man, that's just the stuff I got for Christmas. Well, you cleaned up. What'd you get?
5 flannel shirts.
4 big mud tires, 3 shotgun shells, 2 hunting dogs, and some parts to a Mustang GT. You fool. You're not listening to me. Get the car key out of your ear. That's where the 9 years probation comes in. I'm gonna do it for you again. Now listen. 12 pack of Bud, 11 wrestling tickets, 10 of Copenhagen, 9 years probation, 8 table dancers, 7 packs of Redman, 6 cans of Spam, 4 Big Mud tires, 3 shotgun shells, 2 hunting dogs, and some parts to a Mustang GT.
There, that's the Jeff Foxworthy's 12 Days of Christmas. Is everybody aware, though, that the 12 Days of Christmas actually starts after
Christmas? It's between Christmas and...
Like, most people think the
12th
12
day.
days of Christmas are 12 days before Christmas. And you start, like, on whatever day would be the 12th.
Is it like a Hanukkah?
And
thing,
after
or
12th
what?
day is when Carnival starts, with Carnival / Mardi Gras.
Well, it's technically...
And you count from that day, you count the moons, you get Easter, you count back 40 days, and you get Fat Tuesday.
Yeah. And Hanukkah is 8 days.
Yeah, it is.
And I can't remember when Hanukkah actually starts. But you know, I mean, a lot of these overlap with each other. I mean, it's at the same time. Like I have a really cool nativity scene that I've been putting up every year. They're ceramics, you know, or whatever from China, but they're really pretty. I've had them for many, many years. I have a little made out of wood manger, way too small for baby Jesus because like he takes up the whole manger and one little lamb in the manger. So everybody else has to stand outside the manger. But if you walk by it, it's in my kitchen and there's sand all on the ground next to it. That's from there.
Okay.
I put that sand back every year and it's actually sand from there. So every year my nativity scene has
Sand.
It's actually from Egypt.
Yeah.
Is where the sand is from.
Very
So it's not from Bethlehem,
Right.
but it's from that region. So
It's pretty close.
It's
So, like supposedly like in the 12th day it would have took that long really for like the shepherds and like for them to arrive there. the
there,
kings.
yeah. Like
So that's
like
where
they
your 12th
didn't
day
have
is.
they didn't have JetBlue.
Yeah. Yeah. And they walked.
And they walked.
Yeah.
There was no JetBlue, no Breeze, no,
Yeah, no.
none of it.
As they talk about Spirit Airline, you know, you get the reduced price tickets on the airline. And they're like, you know, do you really want to take that risk? You know, it's not. Think about it. It's really breezy, and you don't have to worry about breathing anybody else's air when you get the cheap tickets because they're on the wing.
Flying is like sitting in a can of farts, dude. I mean, like, come on.
Yeah,
You're just sitting in there breathing everybody else's air,
Well,
breathing
in-
everybody's farts.
in the
It's gross.
old days, flying was kind of prestigious and cool, and like they really look at the old when my mom was a pilot. That was flying. That was really cool. You know, they took care, you know, the airline stewardesses and brought everybody their food. They had even the way the airlines were put together. Now they have so many seats. I'm waiting for them. Not the one where they have like a double seat over the top of each other, but when they say you have to sit on someone's lap. You know, I
Double
mean,
decker seats. Just
yeah.
one and then one right here.
no, I mean like on the other person's lap.
Yeah.
Yeah, like we're getting to that point.
We are,
They are
because-
so overcrowding these planes,
And they
keep,
overbook.
and they keep making them small. They keep making the planes are the same size, but they keep making the seats smaller,
smaller.
and the spaces between them
Right.
smaller, and scratching them back.
And in
together.
reality, people keep getting bigger.
No, I was just gonna say that, but I was trying to figure out a way to say it. I was like,
Even not overweight, like just
Yeah.
the hormones they're putting in
Right.
foods. You know,
They're
like
taller,
in
their
general,
bones
kids
are-
are
yeah.
bigger.
They
Yeah.
are. Even if
Yeah,
you're
not-
not
not fat.
overweight,
Yep.
but
Yeah.
you could be, 6'5" and
Yeah.
yeah.
and
Yeah.
yeah.
But it's ridiculous, and the prices are going up, and the spaces are getting smaller, and the price to fly first class is astronomical.
Insane.
It used to be like, oh, okay, it's an extra $400 or $500.
Right.
No, now
Well,
it's
it's like
thousands
an extra
of
$3,000 or
dollars.
$4,000.
And
Yeah.
now pretty much like the food you get in first class is what you used to get free
Right.
in
Yeah.
the cabin.
Right.
Yeah.
Like,
And
Yeah.
so at this point, it is faster, yes,
yes.
but it is still Greyhound.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just Greyhound in the air. It's
the
just
air.
Greyhound with wings because there is
You're
nothing.
sitting there squished up next to somebody you can't move, and you're like,
And God help you if you're
If you have to
flying by
pee.
yourself
Yeah.
and the person next to you is either weird, stinky, fat, or
creepy.
Creepy.
Now, if they're nice and they're decent, I
It's
mean,
fine.
I now have a habit. I get on a plane because I do fly quite a bit, but I get on a plane, like I have my routine. I put my thing underneath. My dog is quite often with me, and
You
I
have to
get
buy her
on-
a seat.
No, because she's service dog. And I take my little neck pillow out, and right on top of it, it folds up in a nice little thing, and it's convenient. I open it up. My headphones are in there, and my headphones are eye masks.
That's awesome.
Headphones.
Yeah, I have.
put them
I
on. I have the
meditate with
thing.
those.
So I immediately do that. I don't even necessarily put music on.
Yeah.
I just do that so the bitch
Nobody will
or
talk
the
to me.
asshole next to me don't talk to me.
Don't talk to you.
Yep.
I don't want, and I am a social person, and I love talking, and I don't want you
I'm
to
that
talk to
person
me.
next to you that's going to make you mad, though. But what brand is that? I like that. Like,
No, I do-
Where'd you get that? Can you get that on Amazon?
I just
Is that
straight-
on Prime?
I have,
Can I get it local?
I have had that person next to me.
I'm that
I have
person.
been that person next to you.
I like those glasses. Are those like Walmart or those Vision Best
Well,
or
yeah,
what?
And I have the Meta glasses, so I can push the button and record you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And which are kind of fun. I can even go live on Facebook with them. They're
Yeah.
pretty cool. But I have had the person ask me the questions next to me. I can just tone you out. I can just not answer you.
I have 3 teenage boys. I can tune you out real easy.
They will stop at some point in
Oh,
time.
yeah, I'll stop.
But
But I'm going to call you rude.
But you have to. Well, if you think I already have headphones on and I have eye covers on, so I can't see you and I can't hear you.
Yeah.
So you're not going to necessarily think that, but if you make any acknowledgement in their direction, that's the key. If you turn your head, they know you heard them. If you smile at something they said, they know you heard them. So you have to keep your facial expression.
That's very difficult for me.
Yeah.
My
And-
face never behaves.
Yeah. So
A quick story. When I went to Vegas, I was going for a business trip. My friend Christy decided last minute to go with me, like legit, like the week of. Her cousin worked at Delta. I was flying Delta. She got a buddy pass. So we had no idea if she was going to be on the plane with me or not. And she was going to, and we weren't able to sit together. So I'm sitting, my seat was way in the back of the plane, big plane flying to Vegas. And and we get off the plane and I'm a little tipsy. Look, I'm drunk. She's like,
What is wrong with
what
you?
is, like, how much did you have to drink?
A lot.
And she was like,
Girl.
she was like, I plan on like spending a lot in Vegas, but those drinks were expensive on the plane. And I went, oh, the stewardess was flirting with the guy beside me, so I got all mine free. She was charging him. So every time she'd give him a drink, she'd give me a drink. And I was like,
Nice.
I had a good time.
I had a good time for free.
You're free. She was like, I hate you.
Yeah, and you can't drink.
don't care.
You can't drink enough in first class to make it up for the price. I'm sorry.
No.
You have to be that drunk to be able to make up the price. Anyway, people, we are out. What is your favorite Christmas song? I
will
do love
continue
Grandma
that
Got
one
Run Over by a
tomorrow.
Reindeer. I think that's a fun song. But
I
think
have a lot.
I do love Wham.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
last Christmas I gave you my heart,
I like the Ronettes though.
and the very next day,
sleigh ride.
yeah.
Do you know the story behind that one?
No.
So he released it, and he had planned on releasing it, and then he got involved. Is it "We Are the World"? Do you remember
Yeah,
that collaboration? So
We
that song
Are
got
the
released
World.
the same, and he's in it. He's in that song.
Yeah.
That one and the Last Christmas were released the same weekend. And yeah,
I didn't know
and
that.
he was so upset because he's like, well, now this song, Last Christmas, isn't going to be number one, and it wasn't. It went to number two. So the other one, "We Are the World" or whatever it is number one, and then Last Christmas was number two, and he was so angry because he's like, I didn't make number one with this song that I worked so hard on. In my mind, like, dude, you made number one with two songs, like, for real.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, because
how hard on yourself are you?
only one song can be number one, and if your other song was number two,
You're number one.
you're still number one because
Right?
they're both
But
they're,
he didn't write that
they're
one.
both
He-
the
or
two
he
top
worked harder.
songs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
yeah.
that was a collaboration between
Like,
quite a
big-
number.
quite a
Yeah,
few
that one
people.
was
Yeah.
huge. But like that,
I
just
don't know
broke
who
my heart.
actually wrote it. I know who sang it.
Is that the one with my? I think that's the one.
That's
with
the
Michael
one with
Jackson.
Michael Jackson.
I think that's what Michael
Everybody's
Jackson
in it.
wrote.
Yeah.
And I don't know
everyone
about
is in that.
y'all. I don't care about controversy. I still love Michael Jackson.
Oh, yeah.
I will always love Michael Jackson. And I am not one of those bandwagoners that if you, other than NFL, I did stop watching any NFL when they were taking a knee. That to me was a horrible
That was
thing.
bullshit.
But if you just have an opinion
By the
about
way.
something, I give you every right to. If you want to be Jack Nicholson and talk all your shit, go ahead. When he does a movie, he is a good actor. I'm not going to not watch a movie because I dislike you as a person. That's your job. I'm not going to not go to Walmart because I don't like Christy serving at the counter. I'm just going to go and do my business and move on.
Yeah.
I don't have to break bread with Jack Nicholson. I don't have to eat with him. I don't have to hang out with him. And if I ever were at a place where he was there, I'd probably tell him you're a piece of shit. But I love your acting. I love your movies because he is good at that.
He is good at that.
So, I mean, we can learn to separate all the way back to the medical side. Learn to separate, and look at all the different things that you have to deal with and do some research for yourself, do some discernment for yourself, find a solution. And if the doctor's giving you only a Band-Aid and not a solution, or
Keep going until you.
and
quit
if the
getting
answer
Band-Aids.
is, well, we're not really sure what it is, but you can take this, go find another doctor and keep
This might
going
help.
and
No.
keep going
I'm
and
a
keep
huge
going.
proponent on going to a like Vanderbilt or UAB, somewhere like that is a teaching college, because there's so much more there. Because just like those of you that watch Grey's Anatomy, those guys wanted to be noticed by the head doctor. So that
And if it's a teaching college,
that
then they are
research
teaching
that they do,
University when
they
they
they want
teaching
they
university,
want to
then they have
find
all
the
the
answer.
new-
Right.
they have the
up-to-date-
newest technology,
Yes, the newest
newest
information.
information,
And they want to be the one that finds the answer. So they're
Right.
going to dig harder.
And you have to also look at two different sides of things. I don't want you to be a doctor that's so old that you won't come out of the old way of doing things.
Yeah, don't
I
do that.
also don't want super young doctor that's so woke that they don't want to pay attention to reality.
But
Right.
when you've got the two of them working together, that's what
You
I
might
like
come
about
up with a
that's
good-
what I like about teaching colleges, because your older doctor is going to have to be open to listening to the younger guys. But I loved, like, every time all my surgeries at Vanderbilt, here was my doctor, and we would be talking about it, and he would come in, and the interns would line up around me, and talk
well,
about it.
and you as a patient, you need to listen to your practitioner. But if you have your spidey senses is telling you that you're not liking what they're saying, go find somebody else. Go to those other places and get the help you actually need.
Yeah.
So anyway, we are 10 minutes
But go
past
get
our
help.
time. We need
Don't-
to go.
Don't ignore it, and think you can self-medicate.
That's right.
Seriously.
And God bless you and your friends and family that are going through this with your friend. I know how it feels. And thank you, Christy, for
Yes.
stepping in while Alicia's out. I know she appreciates it as well. And
Thanks, y'all, for cheering me up a little today.
our love
So,
is out there for Alicia, that you get
Yes.
better and you can come back to your family. And then that means we get you back too, but most importantly to your family.
To your
Please
family, yes.
like, subscribe, follow, and share, because we need the subscribers, please.
Yes.
We need subscribers on our YouTube channel.
Yes.
And we need the viewers. We're working hard at making this a fun show for us and for all of you out there watching us. Thank you and have a blessed season. And we'll see you here tomorrow. All right? We'll be here
We'll be here.
10 to 11:30-ish.
Ish.
Yeah, ish.
Hey, we're getting much better about coming on time.
Yeah.
It's getting off.
It's
getting off.
just, we keep saying that. And
We'll get there one day.
we'll get there one day. All right.